Good morning, Dragonlings. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes. And today we're going to be doing some writing sprints and getting some work done. And I feel like there's something either in my eye or on my glasses because I've got that milky view. It's very smoky outside. It's blocking my view of the sunrise. It's irritating me, but that's okay. I'm going to be working, I don't know which story I'm going to be working on. I'm still flip-flopping back and forth between my anthology submission and my client story. I'm getting pretty close to ending both. So I've just been flip-flopping back and forth between them when I work on them. And I've been reading back through some emails from Michelle Schusterman and using those to help me figure out my actual plot for the anthology, because right now it feels like I'm just brain jumping, which is bad considering the fact that I now have 10 days to finish it. So in time for swaps, and I wanted to do an edit, self-edit myself before I did my swap. So yeah, that's fun. But anyway, what else have I been up to lately? I've been going back through old like live streams, and I wrote down like all of the prompts I've used. And I think what I'm going to do in the future is I'm going to mark those that I've used them on the stream, and then I'm going to use this book to collect future prompts so that it's easier for me to have prompts ready for my streams. I've got 6 picked out for streams now, but obviously we won't get through all of them today. We usually get through 3 or 4. And that's only, if you're new to my channel, what I do is when I'm doing sprints, I use the forest app. We grow a tree. Hold on, let me get one up and ready so I can show you. And so like we use the forest app to grow a tree with our 25-minute timer. I also have a 25-minute timer on the screen, but I also put up writing prompts for anyone who wants to write and doesn't know what they want to write about. And you don't have to use them. You can use them if you want to, but it just helps those who might need them. And I've been doing them for a while, and I'm going to keep doing them. So I just need to find more prompts and put them on the screen. So yeah, I've got my little notebook handy. This was given to me by Carol Brown. I love her to death. So I've been using it to track writing prompts, and I've got my next one ready to go whenever this one gets full. And I think she sent me 3, and I'll probably use all 3 for writing prompts. So I do tend to read a lot of writing prompt stories, and I think what I'll do is I'll start pulling the writing prompts from those as well. So yeah. And my eventual goal is to, I think, post them to Instagram as well, kind of to keep a track of like which ones I've used, because a couple of times when I was going back through live streams and writing them down, I realized I've reused a couple. So I think what I want to do is put all my ideas in here first, and then as I use them, mark them that I've used them. So yeah. I think that's what we're going to do. And that's what I'll do going on in the future is when I see a prompt I want to use in the future, first I'll check here to see if I've used it in the past. And then I will write it down, add to my collection, and then have it ready for this. But I'm going to go ahead and get us set up for our first writing sprint. If you have the Forest app, they just released their 9-year birthday cake. I think you had to do some kind, I don't know what you had to do in order to get it, because I remember seeing the article that they were releasing a new cake, and I did my my experiment where I tried Kate Kavanaugh's Chat GPT writing experiment, and I used the Forest app for that. And then yesterday I went to go check on the app because it said I had an update, and apparently I got the cake. I don't remember doing anything to get the cake other than my normal activities with using the timer. So I don't know what I did to get it, but I got it. So yeah. So I've got the cake up and running. Let's get our first prompt on the screen. There is no such thing as just a story, which I thought was fitting. Let's see. Timer. Let's get our timer up. There we go. All right. So we've now been sprinting. We've now been live for 5 minutes, and I like to start on either 5 or 0 for our sprints. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this sprint. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. right, that is time. How'd you do? What'd you do? Let me know in the comments below. Oops. I wrote some words and then I added some more prompts to my list. I'm trying to find the prompt generator I used last time for the list that's currently on my... Oh, I think I just found it. Okay, cool. I found it. How many words did I actually write? Let's find out. 161. But I was finishing up a chapter, and while it's not completely finished, it's pretty close. And I'll finish it up on this next sprint. And then I'll be able to move a taggy down on my Kanban board. So that's fun. Ooh. Hello there. Welcome to my channel. Got here with 10 minutes left on the timer and just unload this. Hey, you know what? Productivity is great. It doesn't matter what kind of productivity it is. Is it Nina? I saw the accent over the I, so I wanted to make sure I'm pronouncing it right because I am terrible with names no matter. They give me anything. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I got distracted by my own writing prompts, so I can understand completely. Man, I wish I had a dishwasher, though. It would make doing dishes so much easier. Technically, I do, but it's busted, so we need to take it out and either replace it or put something else there, which I think we're going to be putting something else there. I think we're going to be putting it into some more cabinetry for like pots and pans and stuff. So it's an old-timey house where the dishwasher was on the smaller side. I mean, it's teeny tiny. It's been really hard to find one to replace it with that's within our budget. And since we have to haul water anyways, it's just better not to. Nina. Okay. Hello, Nina. Welcome. What are you working on today? What I don't even think I asked that. Usually before I go live, I say good morning in the chat, and I also ask what everyone's working on. So now I'm going to be nosy and ask what everyone's working on today because I want to know. I am curious. Well, growing up, I always washed dishes even when we had a dishwasher, so it doesn't really bother me. Now it's more annoying because we have to watch our water consumption to make sure that we don't, completely empty our tanks and bust our water pump again. So our cisterns, that's the only annoying part since we do hot water. This is not candy. I'm opening the battery pack and taking the last battery out so I can replace the battery in my mouse. But not with this one. Holy crap. This one's going to go in the trash. It's dented on 2 different sides. I don't trust that not to explode. What is this cleaning you speak of? I don't know what that is. On a serious note, I should be doing that too, but I am not. I am sitting here hosting a live stream and trying to get some writing done. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Need some company while I'm supposed to be productive. Hey, I am glad that you are being productive and you are joining me in your productiveness. And speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and get our next sprint ready. If you're new here, I do the timer on the screen. I use the Forest app for myself. And then I also put up prompts, writing prompts for anyone who needs them or wants them. So you don't have to use them, especially since it sounds like you're going to be cleaning or researching for a podcast. You don't need the writing prompt. So it's just there for those who need it. So here we go. Yep. Timer's up. Everything's ready to go. All right. And we're going to start our next sprint it's 35 after. So we're going to go ahead and get our next sprint started. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that is time. How'd you do? What you do? Let me know in the comments below. I managed about 560 more words roughly, and I got some food. I got leftovers from last night in the form of beef stroganoff. Well, kind of sort of beef stroganoff. I made it with meatballs. Because meatballs are quick to cook in the microwave, whereas I didn't have any meatballs. So, yeah, it works. I'm now officially out of meatballs, though. 624 words. Awesome. Hello there. Greetings from India. Welcome. Welcome. Is it Nadim? I was telling Nina earlier that I'm terrible with names, so I apologize if I get that wrong. But hello there. Welcome to my channel. We're doing some productivity sprints where you can write or research or edit or, clean your house if you want to. We do 25 minutes, and I have writing prompts that I put on the screen just in case you want to write but don't know what you want to write about. So, welcome. I do not remember what I was talking about before we went to that last sprint, if anything. Lately, I've just been, trying to focus on getting this anthology submission done because I have to get it ready for SWATs by the 1st, which means I only have 10 days to finish writing it and do a self-edit, which I was hoping to finish it last week so that I could let it sit for a week before I do my self-edits. So my goal is to finish it by the end of this week, definitely. Not gonna lie, I'm hoping to finish it today so that I can let it sit for a few days before I read back through it and do a self-edit. I was reading an email from Michelle Schusterman, and she was talking about rewriting, and her words hit hard for another project that I need to work on. It was originally a novella, and I sent it to my editor, and she was like, "You've got enough material here for a novel." And I was like, fuck. So now I got to go back to the drawing board with that. And I got to re-outline it with some of the plot points she mentioned that it felt like it was missing. Develop the relationship between the love interest more, as well as it's not a romance. It feels like that, but it does end in tragedy. So I've got to build up the suspicion and what leads to the final event that basically makes everything come crumbling down around them. So that's on my list of things to do, but that's got to wait until after I finish the anthology submission, as well as my client story, which is what I'm working on today. I just finished chapter 8 on that. During that sprint, part of what made me quit and go get some food, other than the fact that I was hungry, was the fact that I finished the chapter I had been working on. So now I've got 1, 9, 10, 11, 12 epilogue. I've got 5 chapters left of the client story before I can be like, here you go. Currently writing a short story sci-fi. Ooh, short sci-fi. Awesome. Let me rephrase that because that's not true. I like reading sci-fi sometimes, but mostly I like watching sci-fi when I do watch movies. I don't watch movies a lot or TV because I'm weird that way. So yeah, I do enjoy some sci-fi every once in a while. Right, I'm with Nina on this one. I love a good sci-fi, especially sci-fi shorts. They seem to be better because everything is like, you don't have a lot of room with short stories to do a lot of world building. So I think part of the reason that I don't like a lot of sci-fi, other than a lot of what I've read so far, sci-fi wise, is like more on the military side, military sci-fi. And it's just I don't understand military lingo. I was never part of the military, and so military sci-fi with wars going on, intergalactic battles, and all that kind of fun stuff, it does not do anything for me. I prefer what is some? I think Martian Chronicles was the last one I read recently, and I listened to the audiobook, and Monster Maker. It's been a while since I've listened to some good sci-fi. Horror in space counts as sci-fi. Yes. It is a little after 7 here. And actually it's 7:05, so we're going to do another sprint. soon. Because I'm trying to get in at least 3 sprints, hopefully 4 before my husband wakes up, because he goes to work. He has to be at work at 9, so he gets up around 8 to get ready for work on weekends. So, yeah. Let me get us set up for our next sprint so we can do it. It is afternoon for Nina. Nice. See, I got my prompt. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see. We did that one. We did that one. Let's do this one. This is not sci-fi. Sorry. 6:30. Nice. Y'all are living in the future from me. I love it. I am here for it. It's really early in the morning for me. I watched the sunrise right before I went live. So yeah, it's just really smoky here because I'm near the Canadian border. And if you heard the news lately, a lot of Canada is on fire right now in various parts. I'm about, I'm a bit of a drive from wherever the fires are, from what I can understand, but at the same time, the smoke is drifting down to here. It is really thick. Like, I cannot see my neighbor's house that I can usually see as plain as day. There's a thick, like, I can see a silhouette in the distance, but it's close enough that I should be able to see it. I have no idea if forest fires are common in Canada. I live in the US, but I'm like 30 minutes from the border, roughly. And the smoke is just drifting down to here. Can't smell it today, but like the first day, holy crap, you couldn't see 5 feet in front of you when you were driving, and you could smell it. Apparently I think it is a common thing. I know it's common here where I live in Montana. When that first day it was really smoky, I actually thought Montana was on fire, and I was like, oh great, it's forest fire season. Yay. It wasn't. Apparently we don't have any going right now. Knocking on wood. So, but Canada does. Sorry, Canada. So hopefully that gets fixed soon. But in the meantime, let's do a sprint soon. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. Save the maple trees. I'm sorry. Thank you. You just made my day. That's great. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's terrible. That's why it's so great. Oh man, that is awesome. But I don't. Last year when there was smoke in the air, it was a little later in the year. It was like July. We haven't even hit June yet, and there's already smoke in the air. And I'm like, this does not bode well for our season this year. But I don't remember. I think last year it was all wildfires here when we had smoke in the air. I think. See, now I don't know. Now I'm curious. I know there's been a couple fires here, but nothing like forest fires. We've had controlled burns on some of our fields already. But that was back when we still had like the snow is just starting to melt in like early April. So there's that. You would think we would have less forest fires here because I live in a particular place where there isn't a lot of trees, but it's the fields that catch on fire. And like there's trees at my house. My neighbor has a couple of trees. Down the hill is a couple of trees, but mostly it's just fields and hills for as far as you can see. But it's those fields and hills that keep catching on fire. So at least here where I'm located, my central area. And we just call them forest fires because there are other places in the state where there are actual forest fires. So even if it's a field that's burning, we call it a forest fire. I would love the rain. It does not rain as much here as I would like it to be. Temperature-wise, currently, yep, withered grass is very flammable. Yes, indeed. It is already 56 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning. The high today is 86. But like last week at some point, it was already in the 90s, and we're still technically in spring. We like to joke that Oh, Monday we're supposed to get rain. Yay! We need it. Um, we like to joke that Montana really only has 2 seasons, winter and summer, because the winter lasts so long. Like we still had snow at the beginning of April. So it wasn't until like mid-April, it was almost May before all of the snow melted. And then we can get freak snow weather between now and July. There has been one of my neighbors was telling me that a few years ago they actually had a freak winter blizzard on July 4th. So that's fun to know about. That's a possibility. But yeah, snow usually starts here in October and doesn't melt until May, June, or April, May, sorry. So that's that's fun. I don't mind the heat. The heat isn't so bad. It can get up in the hundreds here too. But it's like a dry heat. Whereas before I lived here, I've lived here for about 2 years. And before I lived here, I lived in North Carolina. And the heat there is so humid that it feels worse. It's so muggy. But yeah, 115, that's hot. I will take my 86-degree weather. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's do a sprint. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to do 25 minutes on the clock. And it doesn't matter what you do. You can write, edit, do some chores. If you need something to write about because you want to write, there's a prompt on the screen. But either way, we're going to do 25 minutes and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. All right, that is time. Let me know what you did, how you did, and in the comments below. That came out really weird. I apologize for that. I finished eating my breakfast, which was actually leftovers from dinner last night, and I let the dogs outside, and now they're already scratching at the door to be let in. And I wrote like 350 something words. So not bad, not bad. Let's see. 7 degrees Celsius. I have to do math because I don't remember. Ooh, okay, that's chilly. That's not too cold. I'm used to that. I mean, we got in the negatives this year as far as like how cold it got here, so I'm okay with that. Ooh, if you leave out the raisins in that cinnamon toast, I would eat it. That sounds delicious. I don't do raisins though, so you can keep those. I'll give more for you. I do laundry once a week because I go into town to do it. And while I should do it today at some point, I probably won't because I don't think I have the money to do it. So, c'est la vie. It is what it is. Oh, goodness. I think we'll be able to squeeze in one more sprint if we start it soonish before I have to get off here. Lately, I have not been able to fit more than one sprint or 3 sprints in at a time during a stream because I've been chatting a little longer than I have today, usually. 16 is 20. Okay. Okay. Let's see. 60 degrees is warm. 60 Fahrenheit. Holy crap. Stores closed at 20 degrees? That's only 68 degrees Fahrenheit. That's like a typical random spring day here. That is insane to me. Do you mind if I ask where you're at? Like, you don't have, wow. Wow. Stores close at 20 degrees Celsius. Dude, it could be in the negatives. Oh, Iceland. Oh, I want to go to Iceland. Oh, man. I was just telling a friend of mine that I'm like the only thing that would be better today weather wise, because he was asking how I was doing. And I was like, the only thing that would make this better is if it was raining because I love rainy weather. And I was like, I'm in the wrong state for that. And I was telling him how I was like, I want to go to Iceland. I just want to visit, be around active volcanoes just to see them. Oh my goodness. That is hilarious. I love it. 16 degrees is the lowest temperature of our winter season. Y'all, it got to negative 20 something degrees this year. And I'm talking Fahrenheit. Let me convert that to negative, let's just say 23 because that's the one I can remember off the top of my head. That is negative 30 Celsius. Y'all. Oh, cat must have come in our yard. Oh man. And our highest temperature last summer was 120. 120. I'm just going to say 120. I don't remember exactly what it was. That's 48 degrees Celsius. All right. That's yeah. Yeah. Let's just say that our heat was working extremely hard this winter a couple of days and it it could not keep up and keep everyone warm. It's not so close. Having to get frozen at 7 degrees, right? Right? That's a popsicle. Welcome to Popsicle Lands. Oh, I forgot to take that banner down. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get us set up for our next sprint. Wow. That's just crazy, though. I'm loving this. Okay. I'm going to do 25 minutes. Again, you do not have to use the prompts if you don't want to. They're only there if you need or want them. And let's see. All right, I'm done playing with conversion calculators. That's the word I'm looking for. Jeez, now I can't think. All right, so wow, I think the coldest I had last winter was -20, which is -4. -4 is actually pretty typical for us in the wintertime. That's pretty usual. Oh, my sister sent me a tickety-tock. A tickety-tock. Can't imagine temperature below 0 degrees. It's beyond imagination. You said you're in India, correct? Okay. I can't imagine life where you don't need to own sweaters. Right? I have buried. I have my snuggle here. It's like a big giant fluffy hoodie. It's warm and this one glows in the dark. The stars glow in the dark. Like this stays in this room for me when I'm writing because this room has no like heat vents. Like there's no heat in here unless I bring in a space heater. So it's an addition that was added on later and wasn't hooked to the ventilation system. Anyways, so this stays in here for when I'm writing in the springtime because we actually close up this room during the winter because it just gets too cold. We can't. No, I will become a popsicle, human popsicle. So yeah, that stays in here. And like last weekend, I had to wear it because it was still when I woke up in the 30s. Which yeah, crucial equipment for cold days, right? This is like the best Christmas gift I have ever gotten. I only got it. No, I think I got it as a birthday gift last year. I think it was a birthday gift last year, or it was a Christmas gift, not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before. I don't know which. But my parents sent it to me, and it's my favorite thing ever, and I love it. We do wear shorts if you're not me. I don't do shorts. So yeah, Nadim, I can't imagine not using sweaters in the winter season. I would love to not be able to use sweaters, but I can't picture it in my head. I know a couple people who live in Florida and they were like, "What are sweaters?" I was like, "Dang, obviously it doesn't get that cold there." Which I didn't even realize. I thought they had actual winter sometimes. Who knew? All right, y'all. We're going to do this sprint. This will be the last one because after this, I will have to get off. I'm going to be cutting it close. So here we go. We're going to do 25 minutes. Then we'll come back. We'll chat a little bit before I have to, run and skedaddle. So here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that is time. How'd everybody do? What'd you do? Let me know in the comments. I grew another tree, which was actually a cake. Oh, let me take that banner down because that was the last sprint. Because I got to get off soon to go make sure that my husband's awake and moving so that he can go to work. Okay, let's see. How many words did I get? I got 770 exactly, so that's cool. This project is sitting at about 21.5 words. I've been chatting back and forth with my client as well about some things that are happening in this story, which is great because it's moving along. It's supposed to be anywhere from 25,000 to 30,000 words in the end, and I will get there. It'll be good. So, all right. Hello, Athena. God, this is early. Yeah, it was the last sprint. I've started streaming on Sundays around 6 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 8 a.m. Eastern, which is I know your time zone. I'm pretty certain, Athena. I can't remember. But yeah, I've been doing that because Sundays are my only days off, but I tend to leave when my husband goes to work to do laundry. And not this time. It's got to wait until payday because we are a little short on money. A bill that I thought wasn't coming out until next payday came out, and now we're like, do we have gas money for this week? Yes, hopefully we do. We do. It's just we're on a tight budget now. Oh, Texas time Central. Okay, sorry. So it is mine will be, let's see, if I start at 6, it means you're 1 hour ahead. So 7 your time. Sorry. You think. Let's see. Texas time zone. Are they one of the ones that has multiple? No, they do not. Does time? Oh, shoot. Only 2 counties have mountain time. So if you're in El Paso or Hudspeth, you are in mountain time. Anywhere else in Texas, you are on central. I hope that helps. So there you go. But yeah, so since I have to go to town to do laundry because no, ain't happening here. Usually I leave with him on Sundays, and that's why I stream so early in the morning, because the last couple times I've done laundry, I have been at the laundromat all fucking day. Like, he works a 6 to 8 hour shift, and sometimes I'm not done yet when he's done with his shift. So, yay! But today I'm not doing laundry, so I will be continuing to write today. I just won't be streaming. Athena, if you're looking for more sprints, hit me up on Discord, because after he's off to work, I'll be coming back and doing more. Hi, D. California. Nice. Got people from all over today. It's so exciting. But unfortunately, you guys came in the tail end because I'm going to be wrapping up because I got to go make sure he's awake and moving. But I love this. I love this so much. I hope everyone did great with what you guys were working on. Nina, you were working on research, but I see you've been writing some words. Was that part of your research, or were you actually writing? Like, I'm curious. I need to know. Work is more important. I have Sundays, and right now I have Sundays and Wednesdays off. I actually might need to make a change in my streaming schedule because once swim season starts, both the girls are going to be doing swim this year, and we are going to be going to swim meets. And basically, the way the swim meets work is they have their swim meets on Saturdays, and those who qualify for finals of that particular swim meet go to swim on Sunday as well. So we are going to be doing swim meets on Saturdays, definitely, possibly on Sundays. And if they're on Sundays, we have to be at the pool, I think it's either 8 or 9. So that means I will possibly not be streaming on swim meet days, but I will be putting an announcement in my community tab if I am not streaming. Also, I'll be deleting any streams because after this stream, I'm actually going to probably make my June streams and get them all set up and scheduled. So what I'll do is I'll put up an announcement on community tab saying that I'm not streaming for that Sunday, as well as delete the stream from StreamYard so that I don't have to worry about it. And no one's sitting here waiting for a stream to start that isn't going to, because I'm at a swim meet. I think we're only planning on going to 3 swim meets. Yes. And then if they qualify for divisionals and state, we'll do that as well. So there's only going to be like 3 or 4 between June and July that I will not be doing, possibly, stream wise. But otherwise, I am now streaming every Sunday on my channel at 6 a.m. my time, which is Mountain Time. Feel free to convert that to whatever time zone you're in if you want to. And then, yeah, I put out videos when I put out videos. I haven't been vlogging much this week just because things have been happening and it's not been great things, and it's been making me a little more on the depressed side, and we don't want us depressy vloggy. I've been doing too many of those lately. I don't need more. So yeah. If you're in the Discord, the AuthorTube Discord, Nina, I can also do some sprints there. I've done that a time or two. And then if you use the Forest app and you have the pro version, you can plant together with friends. So since I've been using the Forest app all day, I'm willing to do that as well. Basically, if anyone wants to keep sprinting with me, I am game. I just have to go make sure he's up first, and I'm not going to be streaming. Let's see, I'm working on getting my office put together, not written words, but a lot of cussing. I feel that. I feel that so much. Write down all the facts, then I edit it all so I can count words and still be part. Yay! Okay, I will say this right now. You can go ahead and be part of the writing streams and not have to worry about writing count or word count. That's the word I'm looking for, word count. Because we're just happy you're here and hanging out. I like the conversation as well. So it's all good, I promise. All right, y'all. I have to wrap this up. I have to get going and make sure he's awake because he's got to leave in 20 minutes. So I probably ran longer today than I should have. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me wherever you guys are in the world, because apparently we've got people from everywhere today, and I am loving it so much. And I will see you guys all next Sunday or in my next video. My last video was an experiment where I repeated the Chat GPT writing routine that Kate Kavanaugh did on her channel, and I did it myself and tried it out, and it worked. And I'm going to be doing that 2 more times. Next Wednesday is one of the days I'm going to be doing it, hopefully. And then sometime in June, I'll be doing it, hopefully. We'll see what happens. Not next week. It will not be next week. I'm hopefully getting a second vehicle next week. Anyways, I will see you guys all next time, or in a vlog or something, or I don't know. Yeah, it's time for me to go. I gotta go.